Hey, what's up everyone? This is episode 13 of Healthy Kids, Simple Solutions, and this episode is going to be talking about kids, if they're clumsy or if they're constantly bumping into things and you're just like, why is my kid always doing that? Why can't they keep their balance? Why are they always bumping and knocking things over? So I want to give you 3 at-home tests you can look at to see if that's potentially the underlying issue to why your kid, or at least if it's contributing to their clumsiness issues. So the first one is if you have your kid lay on their stomach and they hold a Superman pose where they hold all of their head and all 4 limbs up off the ground, they should be able to hold that for at least an entire minute. And 99% of kids probably can't. And that is just saying that their core is extremely weak, especially their extensor muscles back here are super weak. And the reason that's a problem is because if your core is weak, that is what sends information to a part of your brain called the cerebellum back here, which is in charge of motor planning. So if that's weak, you're not going to be coordinated, and if it's not getting a lot of input from your core, then that's going to be an issue because it's going to be rather weak. So the first thing I would see is how far off are they from that full minute. Most kids, I would say, come in and they probably can only do like 10 seconds. So they have a lot of improvement to do, and you should be holding that pose every single day, multiple times a day, until they can get up to that full minute. The second one is, I think it's actually called something like dysdiadokinesis or something. I call it alternating hands because it's such a long name I don't remember, but have them do an alternating hands test. So what that is I either have people stick their elbows against their ribs and hold them there, or you can hold them straight out in front of you. And then what I have you do is, I'm just going to do it against my rib. So you have them start like this, and then you have them turn their hands over and back over, and then you have them keep doing this as fast as they can, and they keep alternating, and soon their arms are going to start to burn out, and eventually one's going to be going kind of normal, and it's going to look good, and the other one's going to kind of just be like doing this weird thing where they can't even do it in a coordinated manner. I can't even do it that way, but one's going to be going really well still, and one's going to start going really off the pace. And that side that they're having a lot of trouble doing is the side with the weak cerebellum. So that if your kid has a weaker side of the cerebellum, or much weaker than the other side, so one looks really good, one looks really bad after a while when they're doing that alternating hands test, then that's saying that that motor planning part of the brain, that cerebellum, that is in charge of coordination and in charge of having fluid movements, one side's a lot weaker than the other. So that's going to be a big contributing factor. And then the last one is a reflex called an ATNR. It's an asymmetric tonic neck reflex. And what I'll have you do is have them stand kind of heel to toe, so their feet are heel to toe like this, one after the other, and then you'll hold out your thumb and you'll be like, look at this thumb right here, and they'll be able to balance pretty well. So they got their heel to toe, they're looking at your thumb, they're pretty balanced. And what this ATNR is if you have them start looking at your thumb like this, the more that you have them start looking back and forth, the more unbalanced they're going to get. Because with this ATNR, it's an asymmetric tonic neck reflex. What it is when you turn your head, your body reflexively wants to move with it. So if they're trying to balance and you're making them move their head back and forth, they're going to start reflexively wanting to move their body, and they're going to get unbalanced. So if for the first test, if they can't hold that Superman position, their core is not strong enough, they need to strengthen their core. If they're doing this and one gets much weaker than the other and starts looking really goofy and the other one is still doing fine, they need to improve their cerebellar function on one side, and that's what we do at the office. And then also the ATNR, if they have that is also going to cause a lot of school problems. So they might have reading issues, reading comprehension, reading speed problems, attention issues, can't sit still, always distracted, things like that. That's very common with kids that have these primitive reflexes, so that's also something we do in the office and getting rid of those. So test those 3 things at home, and then whichever ones, or if all of them are a check, then those are the things that you need to improve in your kid to improve their coordination and have more fluid movements and stop just bumbling into everything and running into everything. So that's what I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got something out of it. If you ever want to call me, the office is 402-504-4676. I'm always an open book. Let me know how I can help your kid and improve his or her quality of life. I believe tomorrow's Friday, so I'll be on live one more time this week, tomorrow, and I'll see you guys then. So have a good one.